Hi folks, this is all the fruit. I am on the subtropical island of Tenerife and I just bought a nice papaya on the city market of Santa Cruz, the capital of Tenerife. So before I cut into this papaya, I want to talk about the quality of fresh tropical fruit in the tropics and subtropics compared to what we get in the temperate areas of Europe and North America. I really love buying papayas in tropical and subtropical places because the freshness, quality and overall taste is 100 times better than what you get in colder areas. But this is not completely true for all fruit. A lot of people think once they arrive on a tropical or subtropical market, the selection, the quality and the overall taste explosion will just blow them away. It's not completely true. I've seen a lot of tropical and subtropical markets with a lot less selection of tropical and subtropical fruit than what we can get in, let's say, the United States or the European Union. I've also seen tropical and subtropical markets that have blown me away. Like, for example, the market of Santa Cruz is the best one on the Canary Islands and it's really gonna blow your mind. But if you think that basically we only get the second quality tropical and subtropical fruit and that the countries producing them keep all the good quality stuff, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Yes, you will get a lot of stuff which is very hard to get in Europe or the US. You will also get a lot of stuff very cheaply, which is hard to get for a good price in Europe and the US. You will also get quality and freshness, which is hard to get in Europe and the US. But it doesn't mean that everything will be fresher, better and tastier. You see about bananas. They pick them unripe everywhere because if you wait till they ripen, the birds will eat them or they will get spoiled. Citrus fruit or cactus fruit, well, they are made to last for months. So, yeah, they basically pick them about at the same state for sale on local markets than they do for exporting them around half the globe. A lot of other fruit, they could basically pick them more ripe for the local markets, but they still tend to pick them underripe so as to have more time to sell them. So basically on local markets in tropical and subtropical countries, you get fruit which are sometimes much better, fresher and tastier than what you will get, let's say, in Paris or New York. But sometimes you also get stuff of a quality which nobody would bother to export. And you will also get a lot of mediocre stuff which doesn't taste better than what you will get at home. There are some exceptions, stuff like durian. I would never buy a durian in Europe. I buy them in Southeast Asia. Pineapples are also much better when picked fully ripe. I rarely find a good pineapple in Europe. Mangosteens are horribly expensive in Europe and most of them are already rotten. The quality and freshness in the tropics is much better. But I think the most striking example is the papaya. I rarely buy a papaya in Europe because they rarely even get ripe, at least the cheaper ones we get there. They are picked completely green. That's not unusual for the tropics. A lot of tropical countries have a lot of uses for green papaya for cooking and salads. But if you want a nice, tasty, ripe papaya, you have to wait for it to get at least 3/4 ripe. And so 90% of all the papayas we get in Germany, they are rock hard and they will never get really nice and ripe and yellow and soft and sweet. So if you really look forward to eating a fruit of a much better quality and freshness and taste in the tropics and subtropics, look no further than the papaya. I got a really ripe one. They were selling papayas for €1 a kilo, which is cheap even for Tenerife standards, but I guess half of the papayas in this bunch wouldn't have made it till tomorrow. So yeah, €1 a kilo. This one was 900 something grams, so I paid €1 for it. And I think it's really perfect. It's completely ripe, so ripe that it's already getting a little bit flattish under its own weight, or maybe under the weight of another papaya which was on top of it. But it's still not rotten or spoiled or moldy or anything at all. This seems to be a papaya, the perfect state of ripeness. See, the flesh is already soft. Yeah, clever thing to sell them for €1 a piece, because for €1 a kilo, because tomorrow probably they wouldn't be able to sell them even for €1. So let's try this papaya. Yeah. No bitterness, only sweetness and a nice papaya taste. Yeah, papaya along with durian, mangosteen or pineapple is a fruit which really should be eaten in the areas where they grow it. In most cases in Europe I cannot even bring it over me to try the papayas, but this one is delicious. Basically nothing to complain about, and it's hard for me to find a papaya where I have nothing to complain about. Here you see the seeds. By the way, you can eat the seeds too. They taste spicy because the papaya seems to be related to the Brassicaceae, or to the mustard family, so they taste a bit like mustard. They also use this for the green leaves and for the green fruit. You can basically use them to soften up meat, because papain is an enzyme that softens up meat. But the most important for me are the ripe fruit. I don't even like the green papaya salads and green papaya curries so much, but the ripe papaya in the tropics is one of the best fruit you can get. So folks, one advice from me: don't even bother to buy papayas in cold Nordic areas. Come to some tropical or subtropical place, for example to the subtropical island of Tenerife, and try the super delicious and super cheap papayas here. Okay folks, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Tenerife, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.